Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. Norah, the host of this program, thoughts by Joanna Angelis through Divaldo Franco in this beautiful and amazing, powerful book. It really gives us activities for us to work on ourselves, which is always so important. And that goes with today's message. Let us see what Joanna has for today. The mind manifesting, expressing the psychological stage of individuals is responsible for their attitudes because it expresses their spiritual reality. So I guess we can ask ourselves questions like, what can we do with this understanding, right? That Joanna is talking to us about. How can we harness the power of our minds to cultivate positive attitudes and create a better world in this dynamic role that we have in our lives in so many ways. So first, let's cultivate self-awareness, right? We explore our innermost thoughts, beliefs, seeing those patterns that shape our attitudes. And through this mindfulness and introspection practices, then we can start to uncover the nature of our spirituality or of our spiritual journey. Second, we can also nurture our minds with positivity and inspiration. Just as we nourish our bodies with healthy food, we need to feed our minds with uplifting thoughts and ideas. So, one possible scenario is to surround ourselves with people and environments that uplift and inspire or engage in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, right? There's so many other things that we can do. Being here at Kardec Radio is one way to really nourish our souls, right? Um, to do the gospel at home, to be praying, to do the good, to um, help out, to just keep ourselves in that higher vibrational um, moments and frequencies and energies so that we can really try to work our minds in this stage. Finally, another thing that we can do, we can align our actions with our spiritual values. Of course, we know it's not simply now to hold a positive these beliefs, right? Oh, I'm a spiritist, for example, or etc. Right? Whatever we believe in, and then we don't embody them in our daily lives. That's sort of like, what does this all mean? So, whether through acts of kindness, empathy, generosity, we can actively express our spiritual reality and shape our attitudes in the process. So, it's sort of like this action. First, I understand it, then I work on it, and I need those actions. So, there is a really um, very straightforward example here in the book by Allan Kardec, Heaven and Hell, right? And through the spirits. And there's a chapter 3, there's an example of this this brother, Joseph Brie, that died in 1840, and he was evoked. And he was actually here, it's in the middle condition. So he gives this thing for us to think about, right? This idea of how we can always do a little bit better. He says, those who are upright in the sight of God are those who, filled with devotion and charity, spend their lives in doing good, in helping forward the progress of their fellow creatures. Individuals who, being animated with a zeal that is kindled by the foresight of the end to be obtained, are perpetually active in all the business of life, active in fulfilling the duties imposed upon them by their worldly possessions. For they should inculcate the love of labor among brothers and sisters, active in every good work. For they must not forget that they are servants of whom the Master, right, God, will by and by demand an account of the way in which they have spent their lives, inculcating by their example the love of God and of neighbor. Those who would be upright in the sight of God must carefully avoid cutting remarks and insidious suggestions, which destroy reputations and ruin positions by dishonoring their victims or by making them objects of ridicule. The hearts of those who would be judged upright by God must be free from the least taint of pride, envy, and ambition. Such individuals must be patient and gentle with those who attack them. They must forgive from the very depths of their hearts, without effort and without ostentation, all those who have wronged them. They must love the Creator in all God's creatures. They must, in short, put into practice the summary of human duties, so concise and yet so complete, right? Thou shalt love God above all things and neighbor as thyself. This principle right here that Joseph brings in his case study, that he learns once he disincarnates, and even though he was middle um, stage of spirituality, it still reveals that he's comparing this uprightness, or this uprightness, sorry, of God versus the world. And it's such a different dynamic. And this is to encourage us again to cross reference with um, Joanna de Angelis, right? To work our mind in order for us to really comprehend that spirituality, right? We know the mind is indeed a powerful force capable of shaping our attitudes and expressions of that spiritual reality. So, some examples, right? Cultivating self awareness, nurturing positivity, and aligning our actions with our values. We can harness this power to create a more compassionate, harmonious world, right? Not only just on the outside, but starting from within those around us, and we keep expanding. And that right there, dear friends, it's a beautiful thought for us to keep in mind. Also thanking Allan Kardec for those beautiful examples in the book Heaven and Hell. We can have an idea. We have all of these tools and resources. That is today's message. Thank you so much for being here. Until next week, same place, same time. And let us not forget to tune into other programs here at Kardec Radio, where we're nourishing our souls and we are loved. Bye, friends.